Good morning, guys. This is Paula, and I am back this morning to work on our Rolodex, our December daily Rolodex. Today we're going to work on 14, 15, and 16 because today's the 16th, and I'm trying to do 2 to 3 days at a time. So let's get started. So, I've been having so much fun doing this. I hope you guys have as well. So today I'm using loose embellishments. And when I say that, I'm using things that are just kind of out there. They don't necessarily go together. But so many times, so many kits and different things have the same color scheme on their ephemera, especially at Christmas. So I know that this little snow globe, and I've got several little snow globes, and this one and one other I'm for sure gonna do. So this one is of the little reindeer, and he doesn't have a red nose, but I have decided he's going to. So when we get finished putting him together, this is gonna be Rudolph, okay? Now, no inking on this project, basically just gluing 1, 2, 3, and we're moving on to the next one. So I hope you guys have been enjoying this series. I know it's not a big deal, and it's more of a fun deal than anything else. I've just really had a lot of fun with it, and I plan on doing it next year at this point, because I really want to fill up my box. So let's go from here. Let's just go ahead and start laying things down. I decided I didn't want Rudolph on this side because he was facing the outside. I want him facing the inside, which is always a good thing for you to do. If you're doing pictures on an album, you never put a picture in the upper left-hand corner that's facing out. Now, if it's facing to the right, it would be okay to have it here. If it's facing straight out, you want to have it in the center or on the side, either one, okay? So that's my little lesson on what direction to put things. I learned a lot whenever I was doing scrapbooking, because I was doing it every day. I've got 5 grandkids, so I do it with all of them, and I'm really behind right now, but oh well. Okay, so we're gonna put our snow globe right here. He's gonna hang off a little bit, and that's okay. We want that look of everything hanging off the side. Trying to get this straight. Is there really a straight way to do it since the bottom is curved? Okay. Making sure there's nothing in the back streaming out everywhere. And then over here, I want to do this one pretty quick because, well, for one thing, look at this glue. That's not the reason, but I want to stick some things underneath our little snow globe before it dries. Okay, so basically I got to remember this is going to slide underneath right here, kind of like it's locking together and giving it that look, of a connection, like it was meant to be put together, kind of like a puzzle. Now, we want to make sure this little piece gets stuck down under here so it doesn't get hung on things, right? I'm using my little glitter glue for that. Yeah, pretty cute, huh? Now I'm going to wipe the glue here on the back off because I don't want it sticking to other cards or anything else for that matter. Plus, I want the back to look good so that when I journal, it will look good. And then I'll add some powder to the back if the sticky is not, you know, gone when I need it to be. But it will be, because this eraser thing is my favorite thing. I'm telling you. I can use as much glue as I want, and at the same time erase it. Okay, now on this portion right here, because it's at the bottom, we're going to trim it off. I haven't been doing that anywhere except on the bottom, because, you know, it's got to be able to set flat. Okay, so there is that portion. Now I want to add this little flower, and I think I'm going to add it kind of up like this, and see if I can get it on there with this goopy glue. Come on, come on. We're really getting low on this one. Gonna have to get out the, come on. There it comes. Woo. So I'm kind of putting it up because I like that kind of circle around the outside of the globe kind of thing. Yeah, just like that. And it's oozing out. In my defense, this thing is just pouring out. But I'm not giving up. I'm using every drop, and it'll be okay. I hope you guys, if you guys are working on a Rolodex project, let me know, and let me know how you're doing it. You know, if you're doing it, look, this is making a total mess. This happens sometimes. You just clean it up the best you can. I'm going to get a wet wipe. But, yeah, sometimes it can go crazy. I think this glue needs to be tossed finally. Just kind of getting the big pieces. Now, if you ever wet your image, remember, if you go back over it with your glue remover, you're going to have a real good chance of your paper tearing. So I've done that already. So I think this back portion right here is not helping. Let me get this glue off right here. Yeah, there's glue right here, and it's really a mess. I may have to let this dry a little bit and come back and get the rest of the glue off. Mostly because it's an overabundant amount, but I don't want it to look dirty and gross. So I'm going to work on this part right here. Anyway, so I did yesterday, you guys saw the Traveler's Notebook, the first page or two in the December kit, which is for January. For, you know, January's journaling. I like the way that Cheaply Chic Lynette over at Cheaply Chic, I like the way she thinks ahead and puts out the kit prior to the month you're going to use it. Okay, so that's better. Oh my goodness, I thought it was going to be rent. I think we got all the glue off. Mercy, mercy. Okay, at least off the front, right? Okay, so there we go. Now, I'm going to make his nose like a Rudolph, and I'm going to make it big so it's obvious. How's that? Now, he is going to be number 14. Rudy is going, that's what I call him. When I was a little girl, I'd say Rudy. Rudy is going to be number 14, day 14. Now we're out of number ones. Don't let that freak you out. Just take a letter, I or L, and make it what you want it to be. Now me, I'm just cutting this little, let's see, how do I want to do that? I'm just cutting this right there off to make it look like a 1. And I think I'm going to do it over as far as I can here on the left hand side. And I think I said this is going to be day 14. And here is number 4. Okay. I should probably add a little bit of glue to the back of this. You know, you start off thinking, all right, this is going to be simple. I'm just going to glue 3 or 4 things on here and I'm done. And then, you know, you have me who gets glue everywhere. Yeah, I admit it. I know I have a weakness when it comes to putting down glue. I want to make sure that my projects stay together. And, you know, because after all, depending on who they go with, or whoever ends up with them, they will be rougher on them than I would be, right? Okay, so let's put this on our glue. Here is number 14. I just think he's so cute. Now, I got the glue off the back, so I think we're good on that. So I'm going to set him aside. We're going to move on to number 15, which I'm going to do a little different. If I can get my fingers over here on the card. I have been giving these some thoughts when I sit down so that it's not so long and boring. I decided on number 15 to use this Oh What Fun. So, you know, jingle bells, oh what fun. So we're going to use this glue stick. I'm going to get my glue pad here. I'm going to set that right there. And we're going to put our glue, our Rolodex paper here. And we're going to put the glue stick on the whole thing. And we're doing this instead of decoupaging. We're just gluing. And you can, you know, with small projects like this, you don't want to have to pull out all the tools, you know what I mean? You just lay it down. You got to remember to pick it up before it has a chance to glue itself and attach itself to and I'm just kind of rubbing it around here, making sure it goes down. Now let me pull this off. Okay, now never thought that I would ever use a glue stick on anything. And then when the whole collaging thing started, I was like, oh my gosh, this stuff actually does stick and hold. I thought it was so temporary, like for kids. Okay. Now, this is all nice and smooth. If you see anything blue down inside it, that's the color the glue is until it has a chance to dry. And then it will change back to clear. Now we're going to trim around this very carefully because this is still wet. And We'll wait till it dries to trim up into the little spouts there that are going to hang on to the dowel. Okay, now we're going to go like this around. Okay, and we're going to go around here. It's slow because this is wet. And I haven't told you guys this, but it's also the middle of the night. It is morning, but it's the middle of the night. Right now it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I have been waking up, like always, getting up, doing my videos, and sometimes I go back to bed, sometimes I don't. I'll probably go back to bed about the time my husband's getting up for work. You know, it's hard when you have sleeping problems. I don't know, I can't describe it. It's crazy. Used to, if I had the opportunity to sleep, I was sleeping. Now I'm trimming around these little gutter-like things that hold your project up onto the dowels. Of course, I am using these giant scissors too. This little tiny section. How fun. Okay, now we're gonna put the rest of this on here and just kind of scrape it off to one side. All right, I like the way that ended up, don't you? Because this is going to be a sign that says, "Oh, what fun." I'm going to ink it a little bit so that it pops off the page. I know I said we were not inking. Well, we're not in general, just to make it more noticeable. Okay, right there. Yeah, see, it pops off a little better, gives it like a shadow. All right, now we got to get back to this ugly misbehaving glue. So on Christmas Eve, I'm going to tell you what our plans are. My daughter and daughter-in-law are going to do most of the cooking for me this year. And I couldn't be more lucky to have, you know, the daughter and daughter-in-law that I've got. But anyway, they're going to take care of that. And I am going to cook the yams or the sweet potatoes. Sometimes I do one, sometimes I do the other, but I do them the same way. I know it sounds crazy, but I do. That's how I do it. And it's a very sweet casserole-like dish. Oh my goodness, it's very yummy. Even my son-in-law likes it. And I don't think he ever liked yams prior to marrying my daughter. Anyway, and my daughter's gonna make all homemade pies and homemade crust, and she's really good at it. So yeah, she's gonna make a pecan, and she's gonna make, oh my gosh, she said what different ones, you know. So that'd be awesome. Okay, and we're gonna play games. at our Christmas Eve gathering, what we're going to do is we're going to eat dinner early, like lunchtime, you know, well, maybe like 3 or 4. And then we're going to all jump in the car, go to the Christmas Eve service, not far from my house. And then when we get back from that, we're going to have dessert, or we're going to open gifts and then have dessert and play games. And so the kids love playing games, and my husband and I do too. So we all are bringing, or each family is bringing 3 gifts, and we're going to bingo for those 3 gifts, all 11 of us. I don't know if Charlie will want to participate, but if he does, he can. Okay, so on here we have, I'm looking to see what color would be good for the number that I have. I have pink and red. I think let's do this shiny red. Make it different, because it's really got a lot going on right here. This is going to be number 15. I see a 1 and I see a 5. And none of them are sticking at this point. I just love it. I love the way, you know, nothing sticks after you bite, you go home, and everything just falls off. Okay, here's 15, and this time I'm going to put it up here in the right hand corner because we haven't done that yet. I'm going to do number 5. All right. Here we go. Yeah. I like the way that turned out. I think we need a little something right up here on this, because that's where it's supposed to hang. And I'll just tell you like it is. We don't have any place for it to hang because, oh, I know what we could put there. Instead of putting something from that, let me see if we have any little bling. Yeah, we have some white bling. So we'll just put a little bit, a little tiny, where did it go? Where did it go? There it is. A little gem on here. Okay, get my fingers to work right. And we're just going to put it right here where it has that little place to hang like an ornament or whatever. Oh, come here. Seriously. It's just going everywhere. Do you guys chase your little gems around? Okay. Of course, it doesn't help when you have fingernails. Mine are kind of a mess right now. They look horrible. Okay, so we finally captured it, and it's on here. And this is number 15. Okay, and I'm going to trim. I'm trimming this a little bit more right here around maybe the back edge so it doesn't look so terrible on the front side. Yeah, it's different. Do I like it as much as others? Maybe not, but I do think that it works. Okay, so the next one, which is number 16, which is for today, I thought we'd deal with Santa again. Old Saint Nick, because we do need to make sure he has our list, right? So this is Santa's list, and I thought it would be nice to get some of the floral here, and we put it behind the wish list. And we can put Santa over here on the right. Just like that. Now, I think like our flowers need to, yeah, that's perfect. So I'm going to move Santa and the actual wish list over. Now, I'm looking here because look at this. And I'm thinking how much I hate this bottle of glue right now. So we're going to make it work though, because we still have enough to get through quite a few more of these pages. You know, this stuff's expensive. So you want to, you want to use it, but you get aggravated. At least I do. Get very aggravated at it. Now I'm kind of just keeping these flowers together how I had them laid down. So, we'll see what happens here. Okay, so part of it, will be sticking up, and I'm sure that I got glue on the back. Yes, I did. So I'm just gonna wipe it off with my fingers. I wear glue just about everywhere I go. I find myself picking glue off my hands, even though I've scrubbed them and done all the things you do to clean your fingers afterwards, but constantly peeling. See how it just peels off? It is crazy. I just roll it up and throw it in the trash and do the best I can. Okay. Now we're going to add, let's see, not Santa yet. Let's add this list right here in the lower left-hand corner. I'm going to get some glue off of there. Save wasting any. I would leave this upside down. It's just that it's at that point where it's crazy. The thing is going a little nuts, you know. And yeah, there it goes. It's not stopping. It's still going. Oh my goodness. I'll probably have to clean up some of this too. I'm sure you won't see this glue in the next December daily post. Now we can see other glues, but not this one. Okay, now I want to get that off right there. I'm afraid to like rub it down because I'm afraid it'd just go everywhere. If I pre-planned these really far ahead of time, I would make sure I drew around whatever I didn't want glue on. But it's not a big concern. Okay, so this is kind of hanging off the side, and I like that. Okay, now, Mr. Claus. Put some glue on you, and we're going to use glitter glue on the Claus dude. Okay, so I'm going to kind of put him just standing here. And he probably will have just kind of scatter glue around him. I never thought that I would really like this glue as much as I do. I've surprised myself. But you got to be quick. You do have to be quick. Okay. Just put him on and get him all pushed down there. Put my glue, my little pin back in. Oh, come on. Okay. Ooh, he is so cute. So we've got to add the number 16. But first we got to get up some of this glue. I'd love to hear from you guys about how your December dailies going. Are you doing a Rolodex? Are you doing a little golden book? Are you doing a 3-ring binder? There's so many ways to, let me make sure there's nothing sticky here on the top that needs to come off. There's so many ways to do it. I mean, you could just write it on a piece of paper. It's not quite as much fun as it would be in a journal. But, yeah. I'm going to flip this over here and make sure we can get all this glue on the back off. Just the big spaces. Most of it's dried. So all we have to do is get the sticky part. Here we go. How cute is Santa? I love this one. Here I am saying that again, and I'm going to move this little thing over. I just love the way Santa turned out. And he's going to require, I think, what we should do with him. I don't think I have any black out. So we'll put silver on him, because there's silver around his. If we have numbers left, we'll put silver around him. We do have some numbers left. Let's see. We've got the right numbers. That's the question. Look how these are just piling up on top of each other. Makes me crazy. All right, so we're looking for 16. Here is a 6. I bet we're out of ones. So let me see which ones we want to do next. Oh, here's a 1 right there. What's the odds of that, right? All right. Now we for sure want to glue this down. So let's do some glitter glue. Okay. And we're just going to put it on the lower right hand side. Yeah. Okay, we're approaching the end of the video, but I want to show you how our little Santa list turned out. So this is day 16. Day 15. And day 14. So which is your favorite? let me know in the comments below. And if you remember all of them, let me know which one's your favorite so far. Alright guys, I will see you in the next video. Subscribe if you haven't. And give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. And we'll be back in the next video to work on my winter traveler's notebook. Get cozy. Alright guys, talk to you soon. Bye.